Guys, it's raining outside. It's going to be raining until Thursday. It's like 2 or 3 days from now before I can get outside, really. So I thought I'd do some cool stuff and show you a video of me updating my Earthway cedar. I recently inherited this from my grandfather. He passed away a long time ago, but my dad had this cedar in the shed, and he told me I could have it, so I inherited it good. I want to treat it with respect. I cleaned it up a little bit, and I ordered some new seed plates. I got the standard set and the additional optional set, so I got all 12 seed plates. So in this video I'm going to show you a little modification that I'm doing to the Earthway to help with those smaller seeds and some of the pelleted seeds. Stay tuned. So there she is in all the glory, a very old Earthway cedar. Here's the old plates. Of course I got some new plates, and the new Earthways are black, so the plates look a little different, but they should fit. So anywho, the modification I'm going to do is, where the plate fits in right here, I'm actually going to use a PVC cap. I think this is maybe 3 inches, might be a 4-inch cap, but anywho. And I kind of roughly sawed the edge off, and I left just about 1 inch. And then I'm going to use this bolt, a lock washer, and this little wing nut here to basically put through this existing bolt and take this out and replace it, so that when I change seed plates, this will have tension up against the plate and hopefully will keep seeds from getting behind the plate. You know, the Earthway cedar is just your basic cheap cedar, but one of the main problems that a lot of people have, and I have, is that little tiny seeds like radishes or carrots or whatnot get jammed up behind the plate. Some of the pelleted seeds get crushed back there, so hopefully this little modification will fix that. So let me take this thing apart and we'll look at it. So essentially I took the screw off with the washer, and then I basically popped this wheel off right here like this, popped it off, and then that lets that happen. So I'm going to try to reattach it with the new bolt. So what I've realized is in this piece here where the seed disc slips in, when I screw my new bolt in, it just seems like I'm going to have to bore this out a little bit with a slightly larger tip, because instead of using these threads to tighten it, I'm going to be using the wing nut to tighten it. So it's going to kind of change the way the machine is in this modification. Now if it does mess this up for some reason, if you're ever going to experiment on Earthway, just know that you can go to Earthway's website and you can order each individual piece on this whole cedar. So the wheels, the belts, the little pulleys, this little piece here. So if I was to damage this and it not work, which it very might well happen, I can just order this new piece, get it shipped in, and replace it on the Earthway. So here goes nothing. Alrighty, now that I've bored that out, I used a 1/4-inch bit to bore that out. Now that's going to go back up through there. Now instead of having to screw in there, it actually just drops right through like that. So I can utilize the new setup here. So what I'm going to try to do is thread this belt back on. There we go, finally got it back on there. Had to kind of manhandle it. And now that bolt will step right through there. Now the only bad thing is, instead of a screwdriver, now I have to use the the little hex bolt or whatever to get it off of there. I am going to use the same washer on this sucker. And now you can see the inside of it now. I can put that cap on there, the locking washer, and the wing nut, and then that should tighten it in. I'm going to put a seed plate on there, and I'm going to let y'all see what it looks like. So I hit a little snag. I didn't cut the cap. You have to cut it down 1 inch or so. Well, I didn't cut it down enough, so I just kind of put it in a vice grip and used a sander and just kind of sanded it on down about another 1/4 inch, just to where the bolt can fit all the way through it, and you can attach the wing nut. Takes a little bit of experimentation. Nothing set in stone, but this will give you the basic background of how to do it. So here's what it looks like when I've got it complete. Alright, so here's the final little word here. The new bolt goes through with the original washer, through the interior piece that is still there, you just can't see it, and then through this PVC cap that I've cut down. And then this wing nut applies the pressure to the plate to keep the plate and all this really nice and tight. Now when I first tightened it, I over tightened it, and when I would turn the wheel, nothing would happen. So you just back off the pressure so that the wheel can spin freely, and this can all spin, you know, and you can adjust it here with how much you do it. So if I tighten it, you can see that it doesn't really do as good. So you just got to work with it and mess with it. And as we're planting seeds, we will continue to mess with it and see how good it works with keeping this crack sealed and not letting any plates get trapped behind the, any seeds getting trapped behind the plate there. So very interested to see how this will work. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you like this video and stay tuned with us. Hope you enjoyed that little video of the Earthway cedar modification. It's not an original idea. I Googled the idea, read a bunch of different people's pages of what they did and kind of tried it for myself, so I can't take ownership of this idea, but it is something that I think would be cool, and I will continue to be testing it. If you something you want to do, you can do it to your Earthway cedar. It only cost me about 10 bucks. A bolt, a wing nut, and that PVC cap, 3 or 4 bucks. So altogether, I'll say probably $10 or less. You can do this modification, and it took me about 45 minutes maybe. Cutting the cap was tough. When you're cutting the cap, don't do like I do and put it into like a high-powered saw, because it actually, the first one that I bought shattered, because I don't know what I'm doing as far as woodworking and PVC work goes. So I learned a lesson there. So when I did it this last time, when I did cut it, I actually used a small drill bit and just drilled all the way around the cap to alleviate some of that, I guess, pressure or whatnot, so that it might cut a little easier. And then I just used a hacksaw and just finished hacksawing it away, and it worked a lot better. Super easy. Didn't take long, and was just altogether a great modification. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe.